So this is the Mad Batt'r double width motorised chain driven drum carder by Strauch, which is £2,350, and this is the one that Janet uses, there you go, in her studio to make all your lovely bats. So quick word about this one, Janet.
Right, we're a UK distributor for these drum carders. So what is the difference? If I just switch it off a minute, so we have, this is 72 teeth for doing more your art bats or coarser English wools. This particular model is we're supplying to a lot of smallholders and farmers. Just sent one in this week to a farm over in the Lake District. Another order yesterday for one to go up to a knitwear designer up in Shetland. So they go all over UK. They are so robust. The liquor-in roller is covered in blades rather than teeth. So it's these blades that separate the fibre, that do the hard work, that then protect your carding cloth. So this is still absolutely perfect. The drum sits high above the frame, so it's very easy to clean. I've got a bit of fluff there, I can just flick it off. I don't need to take it apart to clean it. Chain driven down the back here, so you're not having to crank it. And the problem with often with a belt driven drum carder is you get the slippage on them. Speed, we've got forward and a reverse, because a lot of them, the motorized ones, don't have a reverse. We've got a variable speed, so the first time I go through, I put it on half speed. Once it's gone through and I want to put it through again, I can increase the speed. And then we've got this brush that pushes your finer fibres down into the teeth. So I tend to have all my broken tops, and we've got that on about number 5, and we make sure that we're evenly filling. So I've got some alpaca here that I've been dyeing. I've got bits of blue face Leicester, which I want to place on the drum. So I'm just going to run that in different locations so that I then get it evenly distributed. And this will just add a little bit of curls. I could use Wensleydale, or I could have some Teeswater. I can have good bits of knitting wool, bits of lace. I'm just running a few bits of those. And we're feeding through. You've got a really long tray to be able to prepare all your fibres in. And I can easily get 100 grams to 150 grams packed onto this big carder. We've got some recycled sari silk going in. Just throwing all these different fibres on. Don't overload it to begin with, just keep it ticking away. I've got bits of silk noils. Throw those in.
And how many times do you put this through? Once or twice or
Normally
3 times?
it just depends. If it was English wool that I want to have really smoothly carded, I will put it through twice. On these art bats, it really varies. Normally I would put it through just once. I'm just putting these last little bits on.
So it's very quick and very easy.
Right, so now I'm going to click that off, and then I'm going to come round and take that off. So
I could do that if you want. Here you go. You grab that.
So we need to reduce the speed, lift off the doffer brush, lift that up, and then move it forward until we find. Oh, was it there? Sorry.
Just there.
Oh, sorry, I
Quite the
couldn't
video, the
see.
thingy. Put that behind.
There we go. And you've got this really ergonomic doffer. So it's
this
easy.
This is a knuckle-saving bat picker.
Yes, sorry, that's its technical term, but it's a doffer to remove your bat. So now we've broken the fibres, and we're turning it right down to about number 1, and we're going to pop it into reverse.
Okay.
And we can just peel it off. If you're doing quite a few bats, then you don't need to obviously clean it between every time. Once you've used it a few times, then it tends not to stick. It just needs to be used a few times. Just flick it all off.
Ooh. Beautiful colours, my lovely.
Oh, colours of the sea. Is that it?
Nearly. Nearly. There we go.
So we switch that off, and there is our beautiful bat. So it's up to you whether you want to put that through again with the little bits of silk noils. It's just giving you a little bit of texture. I think I would tend to say we'll put it through one more time. So if we hand that over to you, and we'll pop him back through one more time. We lower the brush, going forward, increase our speed. Now we can go quite a bit faster. So I break my bat up into very small little sections. We've turned it over, and we're just going to run that through one more time.
Okay, so when you did it before, you had some really nice, quite definition between the colours. So when you do it again now, will that blend it?
Blend the colours and break up the different fibres. So it's up to you. You know, with prepared, this is prepared tops already. Normally, just once would be suffice. It just depends.
And I mean, obviously as well. I mean, I have the single hand-driven Mad Batt'r at home.
Yeah.
Which is at a different price point. So this is the top of the range. This is the highest price, so we're coming down from there.
But we also do have this double as hand
driven as
cranked.
well, yeah.
So you can have a choice whether you want the motorised or not. And they also come. We do a finest model, which is if you wanted just to be blending purely silks, merinos and maybe alpaca, then you can use the finest one. But the Mad Batt'r, you can throw really most fibres, most items going into an art yarn bat. So this is pretty universal. And we'll switch him off, and then we're ready to take off again. Okay.